Hi, Caleb with Brownells here, and in today's product spotlight, we're going to be taking a look at the Ronin series of optics from Holosun. So we have three of them here. We have the Ronin AEMS, or the AEMS Advanced Enclosed Microsight, and then we have their EPS Carry, of course the Ronin series, and then we have the 507C Comp. So what's different about these other than the actual Ronin logo? Well, this one, for instance, is way different than what you're used to seeing. Let me just kind of pull it off here. If you're familiar with the standard AEMS, it is a lot smaller than this one. This thing is huge, and it has a huge window in it. A good thing about like optics like this with big windows, right? You want them to be robust, you want the material to be there, but you want as little of that material like visible actually while you're viewing, which is kind of what makes this such a great optic. And just like the other AEMS, you have these clear lens covers here, which are pretty nifty. So you can keep them up if you're shooting and stuff. They get dirty, you just flip them down, you're good to go. You can keep shooting. All right. And you also still have the solar backup on this one. Super cool feature there. So if you're shooting in sunlight, the sun will power your optic via science and stuff. All right, so let me pretend I know how to. There we go. And it has this QD mount here. Oh, and yeah, the QD mount. You have this little push button in the back to remove it, but whenever you set it on, you have this pretty big lug right here that indexes with your 1913, which is nice. And then when you clamp it shut, it goes over that button that locks the lever in place, so you can't like get caught on your gear and pull it open and stuff. Alright, so stick that back on there. And the thing that's different, so these other two here look almost identical to their counterparts except for the Ronin logo, which I'll show you here in just a second. So you have the Ronin logo on top. And if you're familiar with the standard version of this optic, you know that this one usually has solar on top. So this one no longer has the solar. It's a special edition of said optic, and it is a little bit more affordable because that solar backup's not on there. You still have everything else here. Still uses the same battery, adjustments, all that stuff's all in the same place. That's the only difference on that one. And then on the comp, so the comp usually has their competition reticle. And the difference on this one, of course, you still have the Ronin logo on there. So the comp, with their competition reticle, it no longer has the competition reticle, it has their Multi-Reticle. So if you're a fan of the Multi-Reticle, you still have that huge window of the comp series, but without the competition reticle. So that's really the only difference there. So those are the Ronin optics from Holosun. So not only does it have a cool name, but there's some cool features there as well. Alright, so if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to leave a comment down below, questions, anything like that. If you've used these, or if I missed anything, just drop it down below. And also, if you need any help with anything ever for any reason, feel free to give us a call on the tech line. We'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.